Admiral Thorne gazed through the viewport of the Resilience humanity's flagship. Earth gleamed in the distance, a blue marble that had spawned the galaxy's most unlikely spacefaring civilization. Humans had long considered themselves exceptional, evolved on a death world of high gravity, extreme weather, and predators that would make most sentient species faint from fear. Their bodies could withstand radiation levels that would kill most aliens, process toxins that would be instantly fatal to others, and repair damage at rates considered miraculous. "Admiral, we've detected an anomaly at the edge of the system," Lieutenant Reed reported, her voice steady despite the unusual readings on her console. For decades since first contact, humanity had enjoyed a certain reputation among the galactic community. The other species, the Vritl with their crystalline bodies, the methane-breathing Duff, the hive-mind Eltrin, all evolved on gentler worlds. They regarded humans with a mixture of awe and terror, calling Earth a death world and its inhabitants Deathworlders. Humans had leveraged this fear into diplomatic advantage, military deterrence, and trade benefits. They were the tough ones, the survivors, the species that had evolved in hell and lived to tell about it. "Show me the readings," Thorne ordered. The holographic display revealed a tier in space, unlike any wormhole or jump point in recorded history. Something was coming through, something massive. "All stations, battle readiness," Thorne commanded, "and get me the council representatives immediately." Within minutes, the faces of alien diplomats filled the command screens. The amphibious Ambassador Moole, the insectoid representative Click, and others, all wearing expressions of concern appropriate to their species' physiologies. "We're detecting an interdimensional breach," Thorne explained without preamble. "Something's coming through. It's not using any known method of faster-than-light travel." The aliens exchanged glances. It was Representative Click who spoke first, mandibles clicking nervously. "In our oldest archives," Click said, "there are stories. Myths, we thought, about beings from another dimension. We dismissed them as superstition." The tier widened. Sensors went haywire as something emerged, a vessel of impossible proportions, its surface rippling like liquid metal while somehow remaining solid. It dwarfed the Resilience making the flagship look like a toy by comparison. "They're broadcasting," Reed announced, her voice now betraying a hint of fear, "on all frequencies, all languages simultaneously." "Let's hear it," Thorne said, steeling himself. The message was simple, delivered in perfect standard. "At last, we have found you, the Deathworlders." Ambassador Moole's skin paled to nearly white. "They're not talking about humans," he whispered. That's when Thorne understood. In the cosmic hierarchy, humanity was not the apex. They were not the ultimate Deathworlders. They were merely the toughest in a universe of weaklings. "They're from somewhere worse," Reed said, realization dawning on her face. The alien vessel sent additional data packets. They contained images and specifications of the newcomer's home dimension, a realm of physics-defying horrors, where radiation levels would melt human DNA in seconds, where gravity fluctuated wildly enough to crush steel one moment and disperse it like mist the next, where life had evolved to feed on energy states rather than matter. "We'd have sought others like us," the message continued, "those who understand survival. We find only you, fragile, but harder than the rest in this soft universe. You will help us harvest the others." Thorne looked at the alien representatives on his screen, their faces showing various expressions of terror. For the first time, he felt a kinship with them rather than separation. Earth might be a death world to them, but to these newcomers, the entire galaxy was a garden of delicate flowers waiting to be plucked. "Open a channel," he ordered. "We decline your offer," Thorne stated firmly once the connection was established. "This galaxy and all its inhabitants are under our protection." Laughter echoed through the speakers. If the modulating vibrations could be called laughter, protection? "You cannot protect yourselves, little Deathworlders, but we admire your spirit. Perhaps we will keep some of you as pets." The alien vessel began to expand, sections of it unfolding like a blooming flower of nightmares. "All ships, defensive formation Alpha," Thorne commanded across the fleet channel. Then to the council representatives, "Can your worlds provide any assistance?" Ambassador Moole, his composure returning somewhat, nodded. Our scientists have theoretical weapons based on dimensional phasing, never tested, but... Get them here now, Thorn interrupted. Lieutenant Reed, send all our data on the tier to every scientific institution in the Alliance. We need solutions, not panic. Within hours, the combined fleet of the Galactic Alliance gathered, human warships alongside the more elegant but less heavily armed vessels of their allies. Scientists worked frantically adapting the theoretical weapons Ambassador Moole had mentioned. We've analyzed their composition, Reed reported. They're energy beings using the vessel as a physical interface. If we can disrupt the connection, Thorn nodded. Make it happen. The battle was fiercer than anything in recorded history. Many ships were lost, their crews sacrificing themselves to test different approaches against the invaders. But with each engagement, they learned more. Finally, a combined attack using the dimensional phasing technology disrupted the invaders' connection to their vessel. The massive ship began to collapse in on itself, pulling the beings back through the tier. Seal it, Thorn ordered. The remaining ships focused all power on the dimensional weapon. The tier shrank, then closed with a flash that temporarily blinded all sensors. In the aftermath, as the fleet assessed damage and counted losses, Thorn called in an emergency meeting with all council representatives. We were lucky this time, he said gravely. But they'll be back, or others like them. We can no longer afford to maintain the divisions between our worlds. Ambassador Moole nodded solemnly. Today, humans proved they are not just Deathworlders, but protectors. Perhaps that was your evolutionary purpose all along. Thorn looked out at the stars, thinking of the true horrors that lurked beyond the familiar universe. Humans had believed themselves to be the apex predators of the galaxy, only to discover they were merely the strongest of the vulnerable. In that moment of shared terror and determination, the galaxy's civilizations found a unity they had never known before. They were all Deathworlders now, standing together against the darkness beyond.